What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be streaming here shortly, working once again on the enemy AI. So stay tuned and glued to the screen because we'll be back. Just a joke. Where's the button? Oh, there's a button that's not showing up on my stream deck. Yo. Hey, it's Vanos. Welcome to the channel, my friend. How are you doing today? This wonderful Monday. Sorry, just a little excited. Stream starting, right? So I gotta show some type of enthusiasm. So today we're working on the enemy AI once again. We're gonna be trying to find a way to get this man's hands to land. I don't know how long it's gonna take either. I have only added hunger to my game. That's good though, man. That's better than nothing, right? As long as you're getting something in, that's all that matters. And even if you're just building up to that, right? Brick by brick, and that includes, you know, the layers that, or the compounds within the brick. Bueno said, sad, so slow progress. Hey man, slow progress is still good progress. You ever heard about the story with the turtle and the rabbit? Who won that one, huh? Who ultimately won that one? In case you guys didn't know, the turtle. Yeah, right now it's not even active. It's active on this, right? No, you're fine, man. You can tell me to turn the music. Just say the music's up way too high. And I'll be like, oh, no lie? And you'll be like, yeah, no lie. And then I'll change it on the fly. You catch me? Homie? Homeboy? Let me go ahead and let everyone know that we are in the business of streaming. at important. We are streaming. Meeting was moved. I'll see you lovely people up in here. There we go. Now everyone knows. Everyone knows. The maestro is on. But anyways, let's start this off with a prayer. Right, buenos, man? Let's just bow our heads and say, thank you, Holy Father, for bringing us together here on the channel, Nazareth Studios. Thank you for giving us today. Thank you for giving us the breath of life. And we only ask, Lord, that today be a productive day and that we do it in a way that glorifies you, Father. In the name and blood of Christ of Nazareth, amen. Right? I can see all the anti-Christians out there right now just clicking off the stream, clicking the dislike button. That's all right. I dust you from the foot of my feet. All right, sorry guys, a little corny, but let's get into some stuff today. Let's hop right into it. Vault Zcast the same. This has to do with the casting system for the enemy or the main character. We don't need none of that. We don't need none of that. We don't need none of this. Why is this like that? Nameless! Thank you so much for joining the channel and the stream. Everyone make sure to say hello to Nameless. He says he's new here. Just to give you a little in-depth look at what we do here on the channel, Nameless. I am a game developer currently trying to grow a studio that is pro-Christian. I want to create a place for Christians where they can work on their passion without compromising their faith in God. Right. That's what we're doing on the channel. We're working on a game called Judah and Friends, which will be on the mobile device. It is a infinite platformer with base building mechanics. And it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a jolly old time. You're going to explore, you're going to fight, you're going to collect resources, you're going to craft upgrades to explore, parts of the map that were inaccessible at some point. It's going to be excellent, man. If you haven't done so already, make sure to click that subscribe button and put it on your radar. Because it's going to go hard, bro. It's going It's going to go hard. In case you guys didn't know, hold up. I'm a gangster, dude. I'm a straight up G. Okay. That's why I could just go, where have I heard this before? I don't know, man. God must have spoke to you in a dream or something, bro. That's why you're here, dude. So click that subscribe button. All right? Just do it, man. You know you want to. You got that feeling inside of your body. It's just growing and growing and growing more, like a small explosion of motion traveling from your shoulder blade into your forearm and fingertip as you click down on the mouse 1 button, entering into a Boolean device with an array, of zeros and ones, and thus subscribing. But you get the point. All right, so we have our main character AI, and currently, at the moment, he is not doing some things. We're gonna have to go ahead and open this up as well as AI controller. Let's get the CPP file in here. We got the header, we got the CPP, we have my enemy character. You've already subbed, dude. You know what that means, man. I didn't have... God did it for you, bro. You didn't have to do nothing. Nice job, Nate. Hey, man. It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. I appreciate it. Anyways, how have you been, Nameless? Oh, wait. Yeah, we're still acting like we don't know Nameless. All right. Yeah, I could have sworn I've seen you in here before, too. I don't know if this is deja vu or maybe the Lord gave me a dream as well, man. It is attacking and I'm playing. So on attack, Set is attacking. On attack, we're turning both these on, but he's attacking with his left, right? We turn both of these off, right? Let's recompile. Yeah, he was joking, Buenos. He's trying to pull one over on us, man. What a guy, right? Am I right or am I right? Oh, this song sounds dope. I'm gonna have to turn it down in the stream because, you know. Yeah. Oh boy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Every time I look at the screen, because I haven't been able to run, I haven't been able to go boxing, I haven't been able to go to the gym. Every time I look at the screen, I'm just like, just seeing how I need to go do it, man. I feel like I'm too much of a, what's it called? A chair potato. A chair potato. Oh, a chair potato. No, not that one. What did I do? I must have made a boo-boo. Alright, never mind. Let's get you guys back up on screen. Yeah, what's going on? Why isn't his little hands showing, huh? What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. I'm doing good, by the way. Thanks to Christ, 100%, man. Where would we be without him, you know? Nowhere. What about you, and how are you, Buenos? I'm doing excellent. You know, prepared a lot this weekend. Got a lot done in regard to the game design document. I'm a little excited to see how my mentor is going to take it. How he's going to praise it. Not praise, but appraise. What he's going to say about it. Because I know there's a lot that I still have to learn. You know, like I didn't have an idea. Like I thought you could use the same generic outline every time you wrote one. But apparently, you know, it really depends on what game you're creating. Right? And what your target team is. So, I'm doing great, man. I'm learning. I'm alive. I got a beautiful wife. I got a wonderful kid. Life is amazing. It couldn't be better, man. I realized a while back we gotta be happy for the blessings we have, or else how are we going to be happy for the blessings we receive? You know what I'm saying? So there's some funkiness going on. I wish I could stop this guy from moving around so much. Boom, 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 boom. I guess no amount of movement will change how big this hitbox is. Maybe if I change... Yeah, we could do that. We'll do 22 on these, because then it kind of fully encompasses the entirety of the hand. I'm glad to hear, y'all. Yeah, what have you guys been doing recently? I know Buenos got a hunger system into his game, which is awesome to hear. That's a massive accomplishment. Everyone give a hand of applause to Buenos, man. Good stuff, bro. I know you think that it's not a lot, but I just want you to know that it is, right? Sometimes some things are quicker than others to achieve. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's fast. All that matters is while you're doing it, you're having a blast. Oh! Let's move this over here. All right, let's see if this is working better. Better show collisions. I wish I could just make like this a constant. Right? But yeah, these aren't turning on for some strange, unexplainable reason, and I do not know why. Are they somewhere else in the model? Let's check. Yeah, they're just not on. If you look, we have this on. I must have done something that I forgot about. Bueno, system is affecting me right now. He's hungry. You gotta eat that food, man. I made myself a breakfast burrito. Bacon breakfast burrito before I got on, huh? A burrito. It was delicious, to say the least. I got some nice salsa to go with it, right? Because you need the good salsa. If you ain't got the good salsa, what are you doing, right? As a kid, I used to put ketchup on this stuff, man. I just shrug at myself. I'll still use it if I ain't got salsa, right? But there's just something about waking up in the morning, having yourself a breakfast burrito. The whiteness came out of me there. And having that fresh, kind of cold, not too cold, little spicy, like a mild, kind of a hot, right? Salsa. There's just nothing that beats it. By the way, Kotagi, welcome to the stream. What's good, Christ Bros? Man, everything's good when you're chilling with Christ, bro. But you already know, dog. You already know. Yeah. Anime instance. We're getting the instance. We're playing this, but we're checking to see if that's the case first. We're turning on the hitbox. So where is it that we turn it off here in the pre-initialization of the blueprint? So this is before begin play. We turn it on, right? But it's not turning back on. So where do we set collision enabled, query only, no collision. It's not even showing. Maybe I've done something in here. It really feels weird to call you coward. I'll call you Kotagi. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, man, I need to call you Kotagi. Kotagi. You know what it is? It's right here when I'm turning it off. That's what I think it is. So let's recompile it. Understandable. What are we working on? We are still working on enemy AI stuff, man. Sadly. I would love to be far beyond all of this already, like working on stuff, but I've never done it before, so I am just kind of filling the whole entire situation out. All right, we're gonna stop. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna play again. We're gonna click that. No, we're show collisions. For some strange reason, the collisions stopped. There we go. Now they're showing, which is weird. They should be turning on when he attacks. Maybe it's that they're turning on and turning off, right? But the idea is that we essentially turn these things on and off, right? Depending on what we're using as an ability. So when he's swiping with his right, we turn on the collision checks for the hand. Honestly, we don't need to go that deep, but I want to make sure that we're not taking damage until the right time. Originally, I wanted to use notifications or anim notifications in the montage. Like if we go here and we see this, you'll notice, you know, like right when his hand's here, when he's hitting the player, I'd like to apply damage and maybe knock Judah back a little bit, right? But the issue with this is that it's dependent on the FPS. For instance, sorry. Let me do this really quick just so you guys can get a general idea of what I'm talking about. So on overlap begin, let's just go ahead and add this. I don't even know if we're getting, well, we wouldn't know. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of hit end check. Let me compile really quick. Straight up thug, brother. I'm a gangster fool. They call me Joker. But yeah, you'll see. Maybe, wait, I'm doing this wrong. One, we're attacking, which I believe is set to true on end. Be attacking equals false, right? And then on top of this, we're gonna have to go ahead and is attacking and I'm playing. So this function is essentially going to check to see if the anim instance is null. If it's not, then it's going to check if the specific attack notification name, which I have set in the character, is played right. So in the case of Mr. Slithian here, right? If we were to go here, whoa, yeah, we have attack hit, which matches our attack here. So let's go ahead and compile that again. By the way, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord already, please make sure to do so. You know, this is my daily, or I should say 30-minutely nudge at you to join the Discord. Great community that we're currently developing here on the channel. Ton of knowledgeable individuals in it. A lot of great artists. A lot of things to do. We have daily challenges Monday through Friday for modeling, so 5-minute models. We also, you know, we count numbers because we're super cool. That's a very cool thing to do. All right, and there's more to come. So make sure to join the Discord and start chatting today. Links in the description, by the way. But yeah, let us hop into this. And if you look at the right, yeah, the hit end isn't even. It's just calling hit end. Hit end, hit end. Which means that at some point, one, we're not attacking, which we should be doing, because every time we attack, we're setting it to false. Every time we end the overlap, or we're setting it to true every time we end the overlap, we set it to false. I had an issue. Hold up. Let's t.max FPS 140. I think this has to do. No. Yeah, this is gonna be a long one, boys. Because we got to figure out how to do this in regards to using maybe a delay system or the delta time. I don't know. So, if the attacking enemy is playing, we do this, but that's not happening. Oh, that's why I'm stupid. I was playing it twice. Hey, that never happened, guys. I'm a game developer that never makes mistakes like that. Very, very intelligent, okay? That never happens. Alright, you never saw it. That's what I'm getting at. Hey, it's Amin. Welcome, Amin. Welcome, my friend. But yeah, you'll see, like, it happens sometimes, and then other times it doesn't happen. Let's see if we can get him to do it again. Yeah, see, begin. Swipes, misses. He hit me, running back. But yeah, you'll see that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. If I were to do this, let's see if that runs efficiently. 0 mistakes, correct. See? Kotagi gets it. I can't stay longer. Oh, it kind of hurts my feelings. Well, it means a busy guy, man. He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But yeah, you know. I mean, this works pretty efficiently. Let's check it out with max FPS. I mean, we're not going to do any like crazy combat system. I mean, even with this, it works fine. Right? But once we start trying to check the notifications, that's when it starts going haywire. And I would like to have it that we could set up, you know, an attack animation with these notifications. Granted, the main issue with that is like there is a pretty big issue with that I've been thinking about it, because like when we're getting hit, let's say, you know, this is my character, this is the bad guy that we're about to put, right, and he hits me with his big old hand, boom. There's his hand. Look at this excellent example. This excellent demonstration. Nazar, what is your motivation, dude? The Lord. The Lord and you guys. The Lord and you guys. That is my main primary motivation. Every day I wake up. And sometimes it's hard, man, because game development, it's a very tedious task, right? Sometimes you fail. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you have to completely go off branch to figure out like you can't do that, and that takes up a lot of time. So it's very hard to just want to do this all the time sometimes, but the one thing that always keeps me going is God and you guys and my family, right? Like, I truly want to make games. I truly want to, you know, help encourage other Christians like myself to make games, because I'm going to be real. We live in a world where we're constantly, you know, attacked for our belief in God, you know, and that's whether you're, you know, just chilling, hanging out, or if somebody just knows you're Christian. I know because I've, for one, did a game design class. People knew I was Christian and treated me completely different afterwards. So I know how it feels, and, you know, it gives me motivation to know that I help inspire you guys. Raleigh, did you check the surprise that I sent in 3D models? Oh, no, I haven't yet, man. I've just been super busy working on the GDD and then setting up for the stream this morning. I made some food, so that's why I haven't been able to check it out. But I will check it out later when I get a chance, and I will tell you what I think. Nameless. Today I've tried to recreate my first C++ game, which is beginner number guessing console game. And I've only got the half of it right, and it still made me happy. I'm learning. Yeah, man. Those little steps, man. It's like they say, you have a big goal, and then you write down little goals that get you to that big goal. And every time you hit those small margins, it makes you feel good, right? Because you see that you're progressing, even though it doesn't feel like you're progressing. Out of topic, but I just wanted to share. No, man, share. Go ahead. We appreciate it. You know, this is it's a growing community, but we're all very supportive of one another. So we love to hear the triumphs and the fails. Katagi says, even if you aren't trying to make money, it's rewarding. Exactly, right? I'll be real with you guys. One of the things that upsets me the most, and it kind of makes it hard for me to not say something, but I never say something, is I've told several people that I'm working on a Christian game who aren't Christian, and they're always like, oh man, there must be money in that. And it's like, from what I know, what I've been told by like people who've been doing this for years, it's not. I always get told, don't do it, you won't make any money, you won't be successful, you know. So like, trust me, that's my biggest thing. Money isn't the primary concern here. The primary concern is, you know, it's encouraging one another and motivating one another, right? Because we all need it, especially in these trying times. Bueno says, I got warning for sending GIF in Discord. Yeah, just send GIFs in channels that you can. I guess in some places you can't. So if you like a reply or something, just make sure to drop an emoji. I know in some cases it's because you have to select a specific role, right? Nameless says, I totally agree with you. Everything but us Christians are welcomed. Yeah, that's how it truly feels. And I'll show you guys something that you probably didn't know. And after I show you guys this, I want you to make it your primary goal to try to make it here. Right? Boom. Christian Game Developers Conference, right? It's like, why, you know, if you look at some of the reasons why this is even here, it's because there's a lot of people like us who believe in God, who are in the industry, and we feel alone. We feel segregated, we feel left out, and that's just completely unacceptable, especially in a place that claims to be so accepting. You know, everybody can put their gods, their deities in games, but the minute we put ours, it's a big problem. So that's why I'm doing it, because Jesus Christ is the ultimate action hero in my opinion. He was nothing but a great man, did great things, healed people, spoke out of love and compassion. So yeah, I want to make a game about him. I want to make a game about how cool he is. Right? Sorry, I just get, if I seemed a little passionate there, but you know, that's just how I feel, man. I'm very passionate about this. Exactly, Katagi, exactly. No one says nothing. But it's fine, man. Christ said these things would happen. And that's kind of the hardest thing of being a Christian, right? Is trying to, you know, it's in our human nature to try to watch out for ourselves. So it's hard to be loving and supportive in a world where you feel like you're not receiving that, right? But even Jesus said that you have to love your enemies, right? Because like, what do you get from loving people you love? If you only do things when you get something in return, you know, like, what does that make you, right? So at the same time, there is that side of the coin where I guess we do have to be a little bit more lenient and a little bit more accepting of the fact that, you know, not a lot of people are going to accept us, and we should thank God, because what does Jesus say about people who mock us, right? He says that God's going to bless us because of this. Please check out the surprise. It took me a lot to make. Let's check it out. Where is it at, Amin? Is it in 3D? All right, I'm going to download this. I'm going to download it for you. Better not be some like. I trust you. Actually, I'm not gonna say it because that's kind of rude. I think. I trust in you and me. I just downloaded 500 viruses. Oh, whoa! This is sick. This is sick, dude. Nice stuff. Getting a little bit of a headache, but you know. Check this out, guys. Amin made this, man. Can we shade smooth, please? I'm seeing these flat surfaces. It's driving me crazy. It's not letting me. That's why, huh? That's why, huh? No, that's not why. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this is it. We're using a geometry node. I'm assuming. Yes, we are. Geometry node. Okay, I'm checking her out. Nice. There we go. That was driving me crazy. That was the one thing driving me crazy. I was like, I can't deal with these flat surfaces anymore. Now we're fine. Check us out, guys. This is sick, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, it was all geometry nodes. What about in render mode? I should have opened it, but I didn't. Bro, I'm a beginner. I just know math and how it works. No, you did an excellent job there, man. I couldn't even do that. And I like math, but I'm not like a math whiz. Like, I do appreciate math. I think math is cool. The fact that you can, you know, essentially just create things. And it's not something I learned until I did chemistry. And that's going to sound dumb coming from me because I'm not a very smart person, right? But like when I did chemistry, you know, you just learn like, man, these guys are taking elements from the world, like, you know, hard elements and using math to calculate certain things, and just makes you wonder like, what else can you calculate with math? I thought it was pretty cool. Buenos wants you to teach him math. Sounds like a good opportunity, I mean, to further improve your math skills and help out another human being. Modeling make learn math, not school. I don't know what it is, but I really love the way you put that sentence together. A lot of the useful math becomes intuitive as you go. Yeah, it does. Like vectors and things of that nature. But yeah, check it out. It's working now, but that's only when we have it just set to attack. Right? There's got to be a way to check. To have like a better check for this. Because sometimes this plays and sometimes it doesn't. And that's because I believe this is dependent. This is dependent. Okay, doesn't want to give me the thing. Okay. Doesn't want to give me the thing, guys. UnrealEngine.com API 5.3. Let's check this out, because with it, there's got to be something here. Unreal Engine, we don't want BP, we want C++. And is there any way to make sure that I'm on 5.3? Nothing pertaining to it. I mean, this is 5.3 right now, so if we go into here, and I'm assuming look up. Well, I know this is a uanim instance, so let's just look up uanim instance. Uanim instance. And hopefully we get something. Let's see what this is. Sorry, my fiance is sending me a bunch of pictures. No, I didn't learn math from modeling, and modeling don't learn you as game dev do. That is true. There is a certainty that you will learn, but it's about learning it the appropriate way, right? That's why I recommend people to go to school. You don't have to, but I think personally it helped me. It helped me to, you know, be more... What's the word? It taught me how to pursue things, how to turn things in on time, things of that nature. How to communicate with people, your professor. Right? It's essentially a job, man. Yeah, but there's no documentation on... There's no documentation on this, which is... And, you know, we're just going to post this in here. Was anim in source in any state. I think we might be using maybe the wrong function to really do this. True, it does. You can use them in regard to that, yeah. He's looking at the documentation. Oh no. Animation notify with the specified triggered last tick. I mean, we could put multiple in it, but it's like, what do you mean by state? If it was triggered last tick. So I think maybe we can achieve this if we were to go maybe into the animation and add maybe more of these. But we could end up doing more damage in the long run if we do that. So we'll see what happens. Attack hit, drag that over. Unless you're doing a 2D game, then you'll probably have to make models. Yeah, well, 2D games you'll be making stuff regardless, right? And I would argue, like, when you're doing 2D, it feels like you're using trigonometry a little bit more than you typically would. At least in my case, that's how it feels like sometimes. Using the trigonomic circle. Prague Frog says dragons aren't Christians. That's not true, my friend. There is a dragon in the Bible. Right? There is a dragon in the Bible, man. And he's a bad guy. So am I going to include him in the game? Most likely. Is he going to beat up? Yeah, he's going to get beat up. That's what happens to the bad guy, right? By the way, welcome, Prague Frog. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining in to the stream. We appreciate you. All right, so let's actually check. Did I get rid of Ryder? No, I didn't. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. But yeah, let's go ahead and try this again. Because I'm thinking that because it uses frames, maybe we can add more than, or like in between them, so it can have a better way of checking. But at the same time, what that could potentially do is make it so we register like an attack twice or 3 times. And that's only because this doesn't end until the overlap ends. So we'll see. Is attacking Anim play? Yes. Let us. I can see 2D having its own aspects of math just because you're ultimately trying to simulate a 3D space. Yeah, in some cases. But, you know, it's like I said, you're using like trigonometry, radians, angles, degrees for rotations and stuff of that nature. But yeah, you'll see here, now we're not getting like any hit begins. If I move away a little bit and give myself some space, now we're getting those. And it's like, why? Corellia, I don't know what Corellia is. Corellia. Looks like it's an area. What is this? I mean, I've never been, so I can't say. Please say yes. Yes. Why? Corellia. Yeah. Corellia. Buenos. Aren't you from Brazil, Buenos? Yippee! And then he put the trash can. Am I a trash can? Probably. But seriously though, guys, what's Corellia? Just looks like a pretty place from the picture. I'm sorry, man. I'm focused on my mission. I don't really look at external affairs too much. Maybe we check if the montage has been interrupted and then check. It's the great. Why is it the greatest place on earth, though? But yeah, see, we're obviously getting a hit. Also, we're going to have to check to make sure that this other actor that we're overlapping with is Judah. Nah, that's a bell pepper. Really? It looks like a trash can. Oh, but I do love bell peppers, man. I like the orange ones. That's a tough bet. Yeah, I don't know anything about Corellia. Corellia! I mean, it had a nice picture. What does scope resolution do in C++? I don't even know what scope resolution is. Let me look it up. Maybe I know what it is, but don't know the terminology for it. Let's see. To access a global variable when... Oh, so that's... Yeah, typically you'll use this a lot in C++. I didn't know that this was the operator. That was what the operator was called. That's sick. Thank you for teaching me that. I would have never found that out if I didn't look at this. Although they're not really using it in here. Well, they do it here. Yeah. To define a function outside a class. That's typically what you use to call a function, though, when you're outside of the class. And like, from what I remember in regular C++. I don't like them comments. I have no comment on anything political. Primarily because I think in hindsight, it's something we lose focus on. It brings us away from God. To a degree, though, right? I try to be healthy in the way I perceive things. It's as Jesus said, with the light in our own eyes, and how deep the darkness can truly go. I'm constantly calling myself into question because it's of great importance to me to be filled not only with the Holy Spirit, but to try to do the things the Holy Spirit wants me to do. And I think thinking about war and politics is just... No one's ever happy when they talk about those things. Kind of reminds me, like the verse that comes to mind is when the Pharisees questioned Jesus about if they should pay taxes to Caesar, and Christ says, "Give to Caesar what's Caesar's, and give to God what's God's." Right. But yeah, as you can see, even adding these multiple like notifications within this actually change this in no way, shape, or form. Sorry, that's kind of confusing. It doesn't help. Obviously, we're going to have a better attack animation, right, guys? But we're just making something simple to test the system, get it working. Once we know it's working, then we can start trying to do some more complicated animations. I'm thinking for this guy, like a run up and then punch. Maybe make his hands scale up a little bit so it's got more of like an impact to it, you know what I'm saying? But for now, this is what we're at. But what we could do... Sorry guys, I'm trying to use my brain. I'm using my brain. And that takes a lot for me, okay? So when I say that, you guys gotta give me a second. So we're gonna make a U property here, right? We're going to make a bool, and we're gonna call this notification attack notif, or is attack Notif. Fired. Right. We're gonna give this all the stuff it needs. Blueprint. Read, write. Category. Animation. We'll give it the I want to say this is like serializing, like some, you know how you serialize and good old Unity. Probably want to say B. Give it the did it come through? Yeah, as Nameless says, no politics, please. Ain't gonna see nowhere on God's green earth that beats Texas. Yeah, communists. No politics, man. No comment. And the reason why I say that, because there's a lot of Christians who have a lot of opinions on that stuff too. So I'm trying to respect them. And focus more on God, right? So what do you guys think about me making like tutorial videos? Because I see myself more as like a game developer, and I feel if I get into like tutorials, I'll become like a YouTuber guy. And that's kind of like my thing. I don't want to be a YouTuber guy. Although I love doing all this. I want this to transition one day. My grandmother's dad was a BA. He was a bah. Yeah, my grandpa was a BA too. He was in Vietnam. He was in the 101st Airborne Division. I think making tutorials related to your game would help give it exposure. I like that. I like that. Luckily, he asked forgiveness to God every time he unalived someone. Yeah. Let's try not to be too negative here, alright? I know that's not what you're getting at, Buenos, but that can... What I'm getting at is that what you're saying could be perceived as negative, right? But I know you're a great guy, got a good heart, so try to peel back from talking about that stuff a little bit. Please. Thank you. No, you're fine, man. You're fine, Buenos. I know you mean nothing by it, but you gotta consider how some other people would take that. But not just making random tutorials that you think would be popular. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been trying to do. I'm trying to like make stuff that I haven't seen been done before, because I think honestly people do the subjects a little bit more justice than I could. Right? Bueno says, I have to go anyways. Take care. Sounds great, my friend. You have an excellent day. Thank you for stopping by, saying hi, and I will catch you later, or I'll talk to you on Discord. If you find yourself back here within, the day, that's also good. Things you yourself struggled with that you wish there was more documentation on. Very true. I'll probably do a tutorial on how to set up this stuff for set up Unreal Engine 5.3 for a mobile device, because there was not much on it, and in regards to controls and how to set them up, there is not much on it either. So there's that. But the only issue that comes into that is that I like to be straightforward with people. It's a very Christian friendly stream. I like saying praise God all the time, right? People follow the tutorials and stuff, and then they tune into a live stream and see him praising God. I lost like a subscriber or so on that one video where my last game devlog, because glorifying God. People don't like seeing that, so it's hard to not want to tell people up front about what I plan to do, because then it feels like it's misleading a little bit. Where's Buenos from? He's from Brazil, I believe. He's from the chill Brazil, bro. But yeah, so we have our bowl here. Now we're going to go ahead and compile this, and then while that's compiling, we're going to open up the animation blueprint. We're going to go in here, and we're going to look up anim notifies, and if you look here, you'll see that this pops up. We can use this, right, to cast to my enemy character. Honestly,
work goes smoothly.
I mean, this should be fine because it's pertaining to this skeleton. But we'll find out later on down the road when we have multiple of them in here if it'll throw things off. But I think these should pertain particularly to the like controller this is set to. Nameless says UE documents are mainly focused on FPS game for some reason. If you want to make a not very common type of game, it's hard to find info. That's true. But it's also hard to kind of try to spin that information they give you in a way that could suit your game if it's not an FPS, right? Because they're presenting it in a way that's FPS orientated, right? Biss. Look how it says Biss. Biss is attacking. We gotta fix that, guys. Come on, look at that. Biss. Biss quick. I have to go. All right, Amin. I'll catch you around. Homie, you have an excellent one, my friend. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello, hi. And for a while, I thought FPS games meant frames per second games. Not gonna lie, yeah. I mean, that's because they are based on frames per second. All right, it's a first-person shooter, and the primary mechanic is the FPS. Like, not the primary mechanic, but it's highly focused on that. That's why, like, when people play first-person shooters, they try to have top-of-the-line like machines so they can get that good FPS. I believe for a while that, you know, was heavily dependent on it. I thought it stood for first-person scooter. Sorry, guys, that was lame. I thought that was... you guys like the Thief games? The Thief simulators? They looked interesting. But... Thief Simulator. Take off, being left. You like top-down shooter games? I feel that. You like TDS? Top-down shooter. You can be like that guy who is attacking. Set is attacking. Right? So every time he attacks and this notification goes off, in the enemy Slithian, we're going to have a I mean, honestly, we don't have to do it here. We could set it here, right? In the overlap event, we can say, hey, if, you know, B is attacking, or not B is attacking, attack, no. fired. We can set this to false. Right. And we could probably do the same with this, right? Then after that we can, you know, turn off our Today I just knew that tangent math can do. Tangent do? What does that mean? A tangent math do. Sounds like Mountain Dew almost. Tangent math do. Math can do. Mountain Dew. But yeah, so now when this player does this, we should get a thing. Ooh, we're gonna want first. Gosh, what do we do to get this? Try to get owner. Actually, we'll do this. Try to get owner pawn. Right? And then after we do this, we're gonna go ahead and print this out, or print string. We don't really necessarily need this, but we could say attack, notif, fired. Bro, you misread the... Dude, today I just knew what tangent math can do. You mean what tangent math can do? Math can do. Mountain Dew. The lizard looks angry. He is angry. He's like, how dare you trespass on all the things that I cherish and try to take them? These are my things. They're not necessarily his things, but he wants them as much as Judah needs them, so he's trying to stop them. Bro, you misread. Oh, well, I read that. I've heard people say UE5 games are poorly optimized. As someone who uses it, is it true? I have high expectations from it with nanite and stuff. Well, I've heard of the same thing, and I believe like that's purely due to the threading that they have going on right now. There's some threading issues. So they'll work that out eventually. But from what I've experienced so far, I haven't had much issues with it. That's more of like a Steven question. Yeah. Because Steven, he's a smart guy, man. I'm more, like, I program and stuff like that, guys, but I feel like I'm more of a game designer. I like designing systems, mechanics, rules, worlds, right? That's what I enjoy. Programming, I can help here and there. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Just search tangent visualization on circle. Tangent, the triangle math thing, no? Yeah, but it's like tangent math can do. Tangent do. What tangent do? Today I just knew what tangent do. So I thought he was like saying tangent math can do. Yes, trigonometry. What, like the programming aspect of it? Yeah, it is a lot of fun. But so is like getting your world built up and stuff like that. Adam noted fired. Adam noted fired. See at the top left there, guys? Right, but we want to check if this is, we're going to branch first. Branch, right? We're going to go like this. And first, what we're going to do is we're going to get is attack. Notified. Right? We're going to check its condition. And if, because I want to make sure this is working correctly. If this is true, we want to print already true. Right? However, if it's false, we can go ahead and set that to true, right? Let's compile that again and double check it just for good measure. Already true. See, it's already true. That's because for some strange reason on here, this is not working. Game development, I think. Also, we want to make sure on begin that we set this to false. So, you know, is attacking, note it fired. We're going to set this to false. I believe that's a big issue too. We're not starting with the right value. The most fun of the triangulanometry. Triangulanometry. Okay, then I will do a visualization on Blender tomorrow and send you a video. Okay, sounds good. Send me the video. So it's saying it's already true. Where is it not being set? I guess the best thing we can do, right, is instead of doing it on this, we can say now B is attacking, not notified. Notified. We can do this. So if this is true and this is true, right, then we'll set this to false. We'll get to begin, so we know that it's setting itself to false. Also, yeah, we've deleted it from there, so we should be Gucci. Did you already laugh about my lamp? Did you make a 5-minute modeling challenge today? A 5-minute modeling challenge. Sorry, that must have been annoying for you guys. Lamp. Oh, I like the lamp, man. I thought it, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a light bulb. I thought it was a light bulb. Thought it was a light bulb. See, it's already true. Maybe the logic behind what I'm doing. So we're checking it to see if it's true or false. If it's already true, right? Let's try setting this to false now. If it's in here, let's set it to false. I know that's like not the idea that we want. No. Oh. Shmee. I want to just see if it's going to click, clack, turn on and off, which I know it will. Bro, the enemy is very close. He's not that close. But it keeps saying already true. So this isn't even turning off, guys. It's always true. Which is interesting. It's always true. 1 second, guys. If the stream shuts down, guys, it's because Spectrum is, for the 500th time this month, having a problem. Yeah, that's right, guys. Click the like button if you haven't already. All right. It's all right, man. Sometimes the live streams do better than others, right? Sometimes we get 10 people. Sometimes we get 8. That's completely fine, man. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. I just appreciate who I have in here. And, yeah, I just appreciate who I have in here, man. Thank you, guys. The two characters and the tree look so gorgeous together. Thank you. I blame it a lot on the shader. We are probably going to make some changes to the trees, though, guys. A lot of this is whip, besides the characters at this point. There could be some changes made in the future, but as of the moment, this is Judah, and that is the first enemy, the Slithian. But yeah, as you can see, it's already being perceived as true. Even though, yeah, this is strange. It's because we are not attack, even though it's false. Right? Am I crazy? Maybe I don't want to cast from this, but I want to cast specifically. The only issue with this is now yeah, we don't have access to... No, it's enemy Slithion, that's why. Enemy Slithion. Nah, we should get access. But the issue with this is that then we would have to write something. I guess we'll have to do that anyways for all of the other, like, animation BPs that we have. So it's not too big of an issue. Thanks, Fabula. It looks like the production quality of Nintendo back in the days. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does. I'm just trying to get something relatively decent. I'm trying to make the best thing that I can make, right? But I could say, like, my models have improved 100-fold. Thank God. Praise God, man. 100-fold. Everything else will improve in time too. The animations, you know, the way things bend and stuff like that. But yeah, I blame a lot of the way the look is on the shaders that I'm using, which is the stylized rendering system for mobile. If you guys are interested in a semi-cheap shader for your game, right? Procedural materials, no, they're all handmade. They're not procedural. They'll probably be procedural for the world, or not procedural, but we'll be using Substance Designer. But yeah, check out this, guys. You know, I believe it was $30 or $29.99, but you know, shaders are a little out of my range, and I felt like I'd spend too much time making this, so I just purchased this so we can move forward, right? They also have a non-mobile one, so make sure to check them out. Yeah, $29.99. Not that expensive, guys. Is creating custom shaders too complicated? I mean, for me, yeah. For other people, it's like breathing air. They just, here you go. And I'm just like, what the? Right? But yeah, for me, it's a little bit difficult. I could learn it, right? Because I believe that anyone can learn anything as long as they put their mind to it. But you got to take into consideration the time that you'll need to learn those things. I don't know why it does this, but whenever it does that, it makes me so angry. So let's see if me actually casting to this specific character works. Because right now I don't think it knows. Already true, already true, already true. It's already true. Do you create them with code too? You can. You can make them with code or you can make them in BPs. It looks like the guy who made this used BP, but it also looks like there might be some custom structures in here, some curves, as well as other things. So if we were to go to the master materials, right, you know, there's a lot, right? Enable gradient shadows. So there must be some like code or something in here, but I think a lot of it's done with like these utilities, which if you go into them, they could seem simple like this, but that's what I'm getting at. Like to them, this is their bread and butter. It's like breathing oxygen. No, I would not like to apply any changes. Let's try something else, guys. Instead of doing this, let's go ahead and print this out. Let's print out the value. Let's just do true or false. Oh no, that was scary. Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, see, it's just true. True, true. Even though, right guys, even though, here, let's restart the program. Maybe that's the issue. Let's restart the program, and before I do that, let me make sure I save, because that is something we do a lot here on the channel. We restart this without saving, and then we have to redo things. I'm just happy I'm finally learning to not do that, to not torture myself, and have like backward progress, you know what I'm saying? Up in a B. Yeah, let's actually look that up. Yeah. I'm not banned on Twitch. Just people are hitting me up that I know on Twitch trying to enter in the stream and they can't. An unfinished game just to test it. I mean, you have so many options. You can do the standalone game, right? Like if I were to click this, right? You can do this instead of packaging it. But if you want to learn how to package it, right? Or package a game, you can do that too. I need to work on some of these animations. I do like my cling. a little bit more. It's just interesting how something as subtle as that can help. It's good to let other people do bug testing for you, 100%, but that's later on down the road. The reason why I haven't done it yet, right, my friends, is because it's primarily due to the fact that I don't have anything. So it's like me sharing what I have now it wouldn't benefit like my knowledge base any of what I need to improve and enhance, because nothing is fully implemented to what it should be right now, and it's not going to be for probably a tad bit. We'll find out. I'm trying to like keep my head to the grindstone and push forward, but it is progressing a little bit slow at this time. Now it's saying false, right? Look, guys, look, now it's saying false. Sometimes all you gotta do is restart the stinky thing. You just gotta restart the stinky thing, man, and it works. So let's go ahead and set the is attack not fired. We're not gonna set it to that, guys, don't worry. The target is gonna be this, and we're gonna set this to true. However, yeah, I don't know. And now let's test this again. B is attacking. Note it fired. Sorry guys, I'm just doing really like a lot of tests. It's kind of boring. Oh, are you talking about nameless? I apologize. Yeah, it's really good to have people test it out and give you a good idea, but you want to make sure that whatever you're having them test out, you want to make a questionnaire. You want to hand them this questionnaire before they you know, after they test your game, so they can answer things that are specific to what you're trying to learn, right? Ask for like feedback, yada yada. It's something I had to do in my classes all the time. So when you do decide to do a play test, make sure you have a questionnaire that people can answer, and make it anonymous too. Or if people want to include their name, they can, right? One of those things. But yeah, I think now that we have these all in place, instead of using like code to get the animation notification, we play it like this. It just gets its owner, and then from there, you know, we're getting what it looks to be. And now let's test this on 60 FPS. Hit begin. Yeah, everything's working. Let's go to 140. Right? Yeah, it's working great, guys. Look at that. Everything's turning on and off right. Everything's working great. By the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. All the support helps. And if you're interested in joining in with the community, all you got to do is go into the description of this video, click the Discord link, and you'll be brought into our Discord where you can talk, share your location, which, kids, if you're in here, don't share your location, okay? I'm going to have to make that a rule. Also, you can drop some suggestions for the 5-minute model challenges that we have. You can request to collaborate with people. It's a growing community, but we're a very friendly bunch of people. All right, so yes, sir. Glory to Christ of Nazareth. Dude, I gotta use the restroom. You know,
Here to take the stress out of gifting and make it easy to
don't
find
go ahead and
for anyone and any
dox
occasion.
yourself, as he said.
Try
What am
gift
I?
mode on
What I'm
Etsy
making
now.
is Christian also. I'll post more about it when I have more to show off. Sweet. Praise God, man. Praise God for you guys. Yeah, that is my biggest hope, is to connect with more developers and Christian developers, right? So we can help motivate one another, show each other our stuff, right? I really want to encourage Christians to get out there and use the skill that God has given them, you know, to spread his love and his message. So your Thief games are similar to that, I'm assuming? But yeah, everything's working now. I wanted to do like a reverse attack on this. So like he'll go left, right, and then he'll come down and smash. But let's just start trying to get damage in. So one thing that we want to do is, we'll say this. I guess what we could do is do this, right? First, we're going to want to check if we're attacking the other actor, right? If other actor is equal to get world dot sorry, I'm doing this completely wrong. Is equal to get world. Why does it keep doing dumb things, huh? First player controller. I don't know if this is particularly. So what we're doing here is we're checking if the other actor is the player, and then we're going to check if both of these are true. And if both of them are true, we know that we're making a hit on the player. So let's compile this. This is going to be like the last test. I love all types of simulators. Yes, I do love simulators myself as well. Besides the goat simulator, dude. I want a sheep simulator and just sit around and like jump around in fields and be all happy. All right. The issue here is that it's not getting the player appropriately. Maybe what we should do is this, but since we get the controller, we can get the actor. Get parent actor right here, right? So we're gonna get the first person player controller, then we're gonna get the actor, the parent actor, and I think that'll help. That's what we're doing. The Lion of Judah game is going to be completely different. It's going to be a third-person action RPG game. And a lot of its systems are going to be different from what I've seen. So I'll reveal more about it later down the road because I don't know. I haven't seen anything like it. I could be wrong. You know? But I've played games my entire life. A lot of games, and I haven't seen a lot of it, or not a lot, but anything like it. So I could be wrong though. All right. Now, before we go ahead and say, that's not working, let's make sure to save everything, restart the project, and then try from there, because that could be the issue again. But it's going to be fun, man. The game is going to be high intensity. It's going to be great. A lot of the movement in the game is going to be similar to games like Legend of Zelda, you know, Breath of the Wild, stuff like that. Sorry, guys. I'm sending a message to a friend. Let's go. Yeah, man. I need them throughout my entire journey, or else what it would. It's like one of those things. It's just like before you go out on any adventure, you make sure to bring like a canister of water, you know, or some water in case you get thirsty, right? So it's like one of those things, you know, you can't leave home without Jesus. At least for me. I do recognize that I need to pray more about stuff though. Like when I'm driving, to make sure that God protects me then and there and all these other things. But I kind of have faith that he does that already. And sometimes I feel like when I go to prayer to God, I just do it to talk to him, to develop a relationship. I don't like to go to him to ask too many things, because God already knows what I want. He knows what's my desires. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Right? So why isn't the other actor, if the other actor let's look up online. C++ UE5. I might have to cast to it. Let's go to my, what is it, player or main character. I don't know why I call this a main character. Kind of dumb. I believe a cast you do this. No. We're casting to the main character. Let's see how we do a proper cast. UE5, C++, proper cast. So what we would do, a main character in here, and then get yeah, if we want gifts for free, we can just ask Santa Claus, huh? I like that. We have a short but very powerful prayer. Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. I recommend you guys to pray it every time you can. Yeah. And, you know, also, as Jesus says, make sure to always forgive those who have, you know, sinned against you. Right? At least that's what I believe. You know what? I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT because it's smarter than me. Freaking robots, man. The robots are taking control. That's interesting. I mean, I've done this before. Like in my health component or my pickup. Let's see, my pickup CPP. So we just overlap. Right, that's for the children to override. But whenever we overlap, I believe we call that. On overlap begin. If this is not hidden, be used. Let's see what I'm doing on my health pickup. My health pickup. So really, I'm just saying, yeah, we need to make sure that it's the player. But really, it should be relatively easy. I shouldn't have to cast to anything. If other actor is equal to or I should say get parent actor is equal to get world. Maybe this is the thing. First player controller dot get parent actor. If these are the same, then that should be the thing. Yes, sir, 100%. That's been my thing, is learning how to forgive. I feel like I've been holding stuff in so bad for so long. Like, there's so many things that I want to forgive, but it's just so hard for me, you know? Like, I just sit there and think of the things people have done, and I'll try to just be like, I'm over that, but it just keeps coming back. So there's more to it than just saying I'm over that, it feels like. Alright, so that worked. Yep, that worked. I was doing it wrong. So you want to make sure that the parent actor of the other actor is equivalent to this. I just didn't think that I needed to get the parent actor. I thought that the other actor was the parent actor. So that was the issue. Regardless, we are getting our casts now. So now we can start trying to incorporate enemy damage. So I think in here, do damage to player. I mean, every enemy is gonna essentially come from this, so we're just going to go ahead and add some things in here, and I think we're gonna do int for this, and we're going to do damage or attack damage. Attack damage. Seeing your code, there are so many things that I have to learn. All it takes is that first step, man. And sorry, this is not a function. What am I thinking? What am I thinking, boys? Enemy stats, I guess we could call it. Yeah, man. There's still so much that I have to learn. Right? There's a lot that I have to learn in regard to programming. Like inheritance, there's other like little nifty tricks that I see people use, and I'm like trying to wrap myself around that, like singletons and all that. Crazy. Faster than you think. All of us will. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Katagi. Katagi is a perfect example of how we should all interact in this. Just be super supportive of one another. The daily game dev adventures and life itself are already a big pain in the butt. A big pain in the booty. All right, so I think what we can do is we would have our attack damage, right? Because we don't have we already have a health component. Granted, I could have put the health thing on here, but I'd rather use a health component so I don't have to rewrite it every time. Just add the health component to this guy, which he already has, and we'll work on that later when we get Judah, you know, working. I hope and pray so. Same here. Since you're using VSC, it saves all the function variables edit for you. I'm not using Visual Studio Code. I'm using Writer for Unreal Engine development, right? And Writer is nice because it's quicker, it's faster, it's more responsive, it's not as performance heavy as Visual Studio. Even though Visual Studio Code is relatively nice, Bud Light. But welcome to the stream, everybody. This is my friend Doug Light. Be sure to say hi. He's a developing Christian, or he likes to say Catholic. So Unreal really come with everything you'd ever want except the text editor. There's a text editor in here, isn't it? Like, you can edit the text that you put on your screen. But yeah, now we just need to go ahead and compile this. Yeah, see? I'm Catholic. Dude, what is it with you Catholics, man? You say you're Catholic, but then you're Christian, and when I say you're Christian, you're like, I'm Catholic. You guys are confusing my brain. All y'all need to choose one. That's right, I'm looking at you. I'm joking, guys, by the way. I love you guys. Let's see. Yeah, what am I doing? Catholic W. If you need Bash or PowerShell scripts to automate tasks, I got you, man. That actually sounds pretty nice. There might be a time where I might need to automate some tasks, like rename 1,000 objects in this game without having to go through each object and naming it. Enemy stats. How much damage would it do? It's dependent on the health of the player. Currently, right now, I believe the player, if we look at the player character, which needs to be renamed. If we look at his health, he has a total health of 12. So how about we make this 2? Right. Very rarely does somebody actually know both. That's impressive. Yeah, Doug Light is currently on the quest. You know what? I'll let Bud Light say it. I'll let him talk about his glorious quest, what he's trying to achieve. But he's doing great things, guys. He's currently going to school, and I'll let him know. Let him tell you. I'll let him introduce himself. Is this the freaking song from the Mario movie? Yeah, yeah. Peaches. Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? Why am I taking so long? All right, we got the damage too. So now all we have to do is get the other actor, right? Right? We get the other actor. We're going to get component by class. Right? We go U health component. Yeah. Fine, component by class. U health component. Yeah, that's. Oh, that's why. I should do the whole U health component. Player health equals. Do damage. I freaking wrote this, right? And I can't remember what. Adjust amounts. Heal health, upgrade health, damage health. Yeah. Getting my BA in cybersecurity. You don't need to know Bash or PowerShell, but doesn't hurt to it, but by heart. PowerShell by heart, but it helps. Okay. Sorry, I was misreading that. Bash and PowerShell are built-in languages. PowerShell for Windows, Bash for Linux. Bash. Does it ever make you want to bash your head into the screen? I know it did at some point. Maybe when you're starting to learn, you're just like, God, just do what I want, you stupid. Not I'm better. All right, so yeah, we just need to do damage. Damage, health. And then we're going to put in damage, attack damage, and that should be it. Right? So we get the current health. If it's greater than 0, then we're going to do damage. We take this and we get an adjusted amount. Right? And then on hurts, we broadcast to this. I should have made unhurt private. I don't think it's something that needs to be. Let me see what that actually is doing. My main character CPP. Ah, thanks for letting me know. Hey, Judas. Oh, dang. Look at save. Save the Dabber Gaming. What do you mean by Judas? You figured out some stuff. What'd you figure out? Man, I am the one who is your editor. I mean, I edit my videos too. But yes. How do you not know me? I mean, we talk all the time. But I'm currently busy. I've been very busy. As I've explained. So sorry if it feels like I haven't been chatting a lot. So let's see. We have on overlap. We have damage. Let's see where we're specifically doing stuff on hurt. On hurt. I guess it's not doing anything. It's just calling it. So I really even should. I got to change this to something that's private. However, it is a U function that I can call for some weird reason. Although I don't know why I would make it that. How do you not know me, dude? You just called me Judas. That's like the biggest insult you could say to a Christian, man. Breaking my heart here, Safe. You're supposed to be safe place for me, man. Bud Light says, it just makes them quicker / easier. Honestly, for instance, if you wanted to change the host name of your computer, that's easily done with the GUI. When you need to change 1,000 machines' host names at once, it's the best practice. Well, I made a gigantic breakthrough. What is your breakthrough? In your game development. PowerShell script does that for you. If you ever need help obfuscating your code when it's complete, I can also help you with that. Yeah, man, I would be down. Although I don't know what obfuscating it means. I'll have to look it up. I've never heard that term. Render obscure, unclear, or unintelligible. There's got to be a better... Oh, make it difficult to understand. Okay. Yeah, that'd definitely be nice. So people can essentially just copy and paste it. I had a feeling it was something along those lines. Wait, I'm getting an error. One warning. Upgrade health is never used in a blueprint or... Well, yeah, because I haven't had a need to upgrade it. I haven't even wrote the system yet. Yeah, essentially making your code unreadable so people can't steal your work. Is it difficult to do? Now nothing's working. I like this song, chat. No, 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 no. It's Python, by the way. That's an example. It prints hello world. Really? So people are like, what is it? Just mind exploded. Mind exploded from looking at this. I would. Let's compile again. Sorry guys, also I'm dealing with a lot right now. Let's look at safe messages. Yeah, this isn't even registering now. That's crazy. What's going on? Let's just restart everything. Make sure it's all saved. Because it was working fine until I added that. So maybe there's some discrepancies going on. Can't use the right word. Why would you give somebody your code if you don't want them to read it? Yeah, that's true. There was like a really great meme that admin posted a while back. Yeah, this one. This one makes me laugh. Let me see if I can open this in browser for you guys so you can get a better look. It's not my code. Some meme-worthy stuff there. Yeah, that's true. That'll probably be at a later date, though. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing that when I actually build out the game. But who knows? It'll be on mobile, so I'm not like too concerned about it at the moment. Right now, I'm just super focused on figuring out why the heck this is okay. Now it's beginning. Too bad I'm already... No! Oh. You can't copy it if it's commented out. Makes it harder. All the code. So the player should be getting damaged now, I think. Yeah, he is. Check it out the top left, guys. It's gonna crash when he hits the next one. Because it's like, what to do? But yeah, it works. It works, chat. Everyone dance with dance emojis. If you want your game to be moddable, you need to let people see the code, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There is some games that I feel like would be great moddable. Other stuff I think would be better if it's like more of a fan-made thing. But yeah, it works, guys. It works. It works. Check it out, boys. We now getting slapped. He's slapping me around. Now let's put some fishies in here, huh? Fish. Fish! Let's throw some fish in the world. Why does it gotta do that every time? Slap me around. And then we're gonna run into the health. Health, 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 health. Yeah. So in my game, guys, Judah doesn't die, right? He's immortal. He don't die. He just gets really hungry, okay? He passes out from hunger, and that's it. Kotagi says, not necessarily. Most games have some kind of API that you use. Even the open source ones make the distinction between code, rewrites, and extensions. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm a programmer noob. Obviously, I know how to do it well enough to get results that I want, but when it comes to all that, I'm like... No, I wanted to go get the heal. But yeah, now all we have to do is like when we're, you know, when we're knocked out, we just got to make it so the player does things, right? If you're familiar with Lua, that's what it's used for a lot of times. No, I'm not really familiar with Lua. Lua. They got a cool little animated logo, though. Check this out, guys. The programming language. Lua, 30 years. Nice. High-level multi-paradigm programming language designed primarily for embedded use in application. Okay. So what do they mean embed? Gmod, Roblox, all the newer games have their modding support through Lua. So it allows you to embed things into the game without actually interfering with all the like back-end stuff, right? I mean, you can interfere with it via code most likely, but you're essentially segmenting it from one another. want this to give me more health. It's just giving me 1 right now, I think. Healing amount 1, I want 2. Kotagi, it looks like I'll ask you so many questions in the future when I start making my game. I thought you were already making your game. Nameless? I thought you was already doing that. No. Beep bop boop. Beep bop boop. I gotta go take a poop. Big old poop. You guys like my remix? Alright, cool, it works. Yay! Confetti! All the people going yay in the background. Alright, cool. So now that we have that finished, I'm not a programmer or anything, but you sound like you remember a lot of things, which is good. I have to do something a lot to remember it. That's why I'm always stressed, because I'm always just doing stuff so much. Yeah. This guy wasn't even attacking me. Or was he? Hold up. Have him attack, have him run up. Okay, I know what it is. I know what it is. On montage end, we want to set this to false as well. And we want to say, well, if B is attacking, not fired. Because I don't want this doing it every single time. Right? Every time. No bueno. It's no bueno. So now when he hits, so what was going on is he would miss. It would never turn off the acting, right? Let's go have him go hit. I have to get him in the right spot. Move, and then, yeah. So it works now. Next would be like doing stuff like making Judah red and having him fling back a little bit. Making him untargetable for a bit. Being able to jump on this guy. I don't know if we're not gonna do like a jump attack. I'll have to do a lot of like phone testing with what comes next. Because it's gonna involve like me testing inputs like swipe, holding down, stuff of that nature. But, you know, I think for a starting basis, this is perfectly fine. We're not picking up fish when we don't need it. Also, guys, I'm thinking that what we do is we flood fill these backs with planes, and then we use the shader. You know, like the shaders that they use for Spider-Man. I don't know how expensive it is. Spider-Man apartment shaders. Fake buildings interior. Needed. Sorry, I had to delay. You're fine. Moving platforms. Slopes. Oh, maybe a little more level geometry to test on would be helpful. Yeah, that is true. We'll have to do some more slopes and angles to really test out the attacks and stuff. But what we're gonna have to do with that is we're gonna have to find a way to. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's say there's a slope. I typed slope in there like an idiot. Yeah, we don't have slopes. I'll have to model one. Or maybe I can model one. height, width, and subdivision, positioning, deform model. Create box. We got the box. We want the mesh. How do we like change? Try select. We can do try select. Hey, Louise, how's it going? Fake interiors are hard, Nameless says. Yeah, very true. It would suck to add a bunch of features and abilities just to find out later on that day they break complex geometry. So true. Thank you for bringing that up. I'd have completely forgot, low key. Let's clear. Mesh edits. Create polygroup. Duplicate. Model. Subdivide. We can accept. Now we have all this extra geometry. Let's see. I've never used this to do that, but I prefer to use this instead of... I mean, I guess that works, huh? And it's like, I can't really, I don't want to be running like too much like changes on the feet and stuff like that. So I literally just did that. Crazy. Polygon group. Let's see how high I can go. I mean, he's still hitting me as long as the montage. I don't know why they don't rotate. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get something to have him try to hit a lot cleaner. Nameless says, you will be packaged. Will I package using ASTC or ETC2? I won't know until I actually get to package it. Nameless says, I made a test map yesterday with a few buildings and 3 cars from the city sample demo and a bunch of trees. No simulation, no nothing. My FPS was 25 to 40. I was a little bit discouraged. Well, then you just take it down a notch in your game dev, and then you slowly build from there. Take it as encouragement. You know, it's far too often we want to, you know, it's easy for me to say because I don't know how my computer would handle that, but how I would try to see it is I would just try to create something within the framework of my PC. But yeah, guys, we got the stuff working. I'm a little excited, so now I'm just like playing around with it. Let's go to the Trello. Bam, 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 Trello. Well, trees have simulation, but that was it. Bing, bing, bing. Adds a red opacity to player to indicate damage has been received. We need to make that a thing on damage. We need on damage to get the material of the player and then change the opacity of it to that. Right. And we have to also make it so he can't take damage. So we'll have to put a timeline on the health component. Right. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out the new devlog, make sure to go do so. I didn't post one last week, but I posted one prior that week, right? So go check it out. Go drop a like, drop a comment, share with your friends. All that noise for your boy. So, on Hurt, when we broadcast, match, all right, so this is all this. Gosh, I don't even want to look at the UI. That was such a pain in the butt. And I probably did it wrong too. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Ria says, hello, I can't stay, but wanted to check in and see how your work is going today. Looks like the enemy is good progress. Yeah, check it out. He now does damage. So when he hits, you'll see the hearts at the top are depreciating or depleting, you know. And the health system already works, so I can just pick these up and heal. But yeah, we got that written in today. Just had to make sure that the hits were registering once and that we had a good method. I'll probably talk about this on the devlog, but essentially what we had to do, and by the way, Game Max, I'm going to I'll get to you in a second. I apologize. But essentially what we had to do is create a boolean on the event in the animation BP of the enemy. So when that montage plays and that notification happens, it casts to the enemy player AI or the owner, pawn owner, and essentially sets the attack notif to fire. We then go into code and check if that's true, and then we just apply damage. But yeah, we got it working. What do you prefer more, Rider or VS? I prefer Rider more. I was using VS with Visual Assist, and it just was not going as fast as I wanted it to go. IntelliSense, everything was just relatively slow. I have a buddy who was able to make it work real quick, but he's an actual software engineer. So he's got a batch in CS. He knows how to do all the things. But yeah, my recommendation is Rider 100%, you know. It's your ride or die, man. Nameless says, hi, Ria. Hi, Nameless. Everyone's saying hi. Hi, everyone. Stay real. Dude, I haven't seen Stay Real in forever. Have you stayed real, man? Kotagi says, I forgot they put those chatbots in Visual Studio. They did. They also have AI now in Rider. Game Max says, cheers for info. Yeah, man. I've been really liking Rider. It's really quick to set up. There's some things that you kind of have to do. One would be installing, Rider Link and Unreal. It could be Unreal Link. Yeah, Unreal Link and then Rider something. Where is it? Languages and framework. Unreal Engine. It's not in here. Somewhere in the language, I believe, that it is set up. Yeah, down here. Unreal Engine. Yeah, you have to install Rider Link, and I guess it's called Unreal Link. If it doesn't work by doing it into the engine, or installing Rider into the game, you have to extract it into the engine or in the game. And when you're opening up the project, make sure you're not opening up the SLN file. Make sure you're opening up the U project. If you open up the SLN file, you'll get a ton of error codes. A ton of error codes. I was like losing my mind trying to fix them and like working through the error codes, but I reformatted my PC, reinstalled everything, opened up the U project on accident instead of, you know, the SLN, and I don't have any code errors. I have no warnings nor nothing. So yeah, that's my only tip. Also, make sure you have the right .nets and all that, but you already know that. Writer is worse than VS because it's paid. That's what all matters to me. What matters to me is like having a good IntelliSense, because the best way to know what you can do is by having that IntelliSense, right? Like when I go to my health, you know, let's see, health component, right? And I go like this, I can see all the functions immediately. I love that. I don't want to have to wait like 10, 20, 30 seconds to get that. Because I feel like I'm already a slow programmer, right? Because I check things so much. I check every single iteration with a print string, or I, you know, debug it so I can see what the values are. But this is powerful because, you know, you just have quick access to a lot of functions automatically, and you can just scrummage through here and see what you can work with. And most of the time, you don't even have to check the documentation because everything is pretty much self-explanatory. It's like set active. And then, you know, in the parameters, you put true or false, right? If you've learned languages before, GD script is nothing. I feel like that's pretty much how it is for everything going down. From, you know, C++, C#, you know, Python, yada yada. Like once you learn the data types, the functions, constructors, destructors, which you don't need in like C# and from what I know, Python. But once you learn the data types, how to make a function, how to make a parameter, how to reference other scripts or get access to other scripts so you can move information around, you're pretty much set. Obviously, there's more to coding than that. You know, there's stuff that you don't want to do and stuff that you do want to do, but you know, you can't just wait forever to start your project to learn those things. You want to learn those things while you're working on your project, right? And in my case, guys, like, because I see a lot of people like, oh yeah, I want to start a YouTube. You know, a lot of things that are holding people back is they have this fear that people will make fun of them, but that's just not the case. I mean, look at me. I'm a dummy dumb, and you guys have been nothing but supportive of me. You know, and that's going to be the same exact thing for you. So if you have that fear and you feel like that fear is holding you back, don't let it. Because guaranteed you won't regret, you know, doing this. U health components, a namespace. Yeah, I mean, it's a class. It's a class. Right? Because I made it a class. And it's inside this project. So I can essentially do that to anything. I can go my resource pickup, right? Sorry, that took a bit, right? And I can come in here and I can literally see all the functions that I have at my fingertips immediately. And that's what I think makes programming a lot easier than, you know, not having it. It'd be way more difficult because you'd actually have to look at the documentation, right? You'd have to come in here, you'd have to look at this, and then for everything, for every class, you'd have to look at this, and you'd have to go down the line. You'd have to probably do the search function, get, and then from there, you know, obviously it gets confused with this stuff. So then you're like, right? I guess you could scroll up and see what's what, but you get the point. IntelliSense makes sense. Just an example, GDScript won't force you to declare the type of your variable. Really, it's just automatic. It's auto. I do make fun of you sometimes. I mean, it's fine, man. It's all in good fun. I make fun of me, right? If you take yourself too seriously, you know, then no one's going to take you seriously. But then there's that other coin. If you don't take yourself serious enough, then people still won't take you seriously. They're like, why should I respect this guy? He doesn't even respect himself. Look at him. Look at him. I mean, I guess... What's the... I don't have... I have the knowledge, but not the definition. Right. Right. This is the difference between classes and, you know, namespaces. Essentially, I see them as like a library almost. Like the STD, which is not like, you know, the unlikable STD. I don't know why they call it STD. Also, stealing code is a very important skill. But you are hampered when you're forced to steal code from people with room temp IQ. Yeah, that's why I don't recommend you guys steal any of my code. You'll be like, what is this spaghetti? He said he had mom's spaghetti, but I didn't know he mean this. And you just look at all of it. I mean, granted, it's not that bad. I think it's readable. There's some things that I could do to improve it, like some refactoring some of these things around. I believe in my main character CPP, I have like the most, like right here. I mean, look at this. If, else if. Now, if that isn't a case of like a poorly nested loop, I don't know what is. I could really break these down into different functions, but I don't want to. I'll refactor that later, or when I can pay someone to refactor it, you know. I'll make sure to pay him well too, because I know that will not be fun. Imagine it's not that bad though. They're like, yeah, man, he paid me $10,000 for an hour of work, and then that's the suffering you get for not giving yourself enough credit, right, chat? I don't know if it's worse on Unreal or in Unity, but Godot has a lot of those people. Yeah, where it's just nested. If. How many ifs do I have to look at? Yeah, I mean, I think the furthest people say to go down is 3, right? If it's anything larger than 3, then you need to be breaking it into functions. And if you look at like some of Unreal's like functions, they're real simple. They're like, you know, you'll do something and it's a bool, and turning on that bool will do like 500 different things. So now that we have done the thing where we're doing damage, we're going to also want to try to get a hold. We'll say this: if we get this, right, then we'll do this, right? If actually in the uHealth component, we wanted to do this in the uHealth component on damage, not only are we going to want to do damage to the current health, but we're going to we're going to want to get the player's material. Why do we do that, you ask? Well, because we want to change the opacity to red momentarily. It's not something we want to do for too long. Also, 2, we want to get the player's transform, because we're going to want to apply some force. We're essentially going to launch the player, right? Then 3, we're going to want to make a delay. So make a delay that controls when the player can hit again. And that's going to be similar to Sonic the Hedgehog, where like you flash red, but afterwards, you know, you'll be in a state where your character will be blinking, which indicates like, oh, I can't be hurt right now. I have to go now. I hope you have a good, productive day. See ya, everyone. Peace out, Rhea. Thank you for stopping by. And also, if you haven't already and you're in the Discord, go check out Rhea's great work. I mean, she's killing these challenges, right? And just goes to show like what doing these things will do for you. Granted, she was talented far before she came in here and started doing these, but that's not the point. That is not the point. Also, we need to make another challenge for the day. Kotagi says, Unreal does a lot of things Godot doesn't, but I never think Nanite would be what people care about. Yeah, true. I think people care about that stuff a little bit too much. And it really is only necessary if you're going to do Quixel Mega Scans, in my opinion. When you're doing something like I'm doing, it's not necessary. Which is beautiful because as like artists or designers, you can really create the worlds that you want to create. Recency bias. What the heck does recency definition? The property of having happened or appeared not long ago. Oh, vocabulary. I don't know. It seems to me people act like Nanite is something incredible. I mean, it is incredible, right? But it's just not necessary for every single project. I think, personally. And I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Lightroom makes it easy to edit your favorite travel photos, no matter where you are.
For most cases, it really isn't.
And
Yeah.
remove distractions while you're on the go, and never lose a creative moment. Try Lightroom today.
Let's see. So entirely, we don't even really want the opacity. Change the tint of material to red momentarily, and then fluctuate opacity. So we'll have to do the delay first, right? So we know when to attack the player, right? Unless you're making a Breath of the Wild / Skyrim clone where you need to have one large landscape model present basically all the time, other than cases like that, I've seen it tends to do more harm than good. Yeah, I mean, even then, you know, LODs really help with those situations, right? Like, if something's so far away, it's perceived as 2D anyways, so normally people would just put sprites in their stead, like just a plane with, like, a render. But it's about getting that render. All you do is have it, like, tilt with the camera, I guess. I don't know. But there's a lot of other methods you can use. I think, honestly, Nanite would be better. Good at working well for VR games, because the thing with VR is, since you're using this controller that's trying to be a reality, you know, there's a lot of things that you have to get right or it just won't feel good. Right? Gravity, physics, right? Being the main one. That's why you see a lot of these FPS games and etc. focus so much on physics, because if physics don't feel good in those games, the game just won't feel good. But then you get stuff like Super Hot, where like bullets freeze when you stop moving, that feel excellent. So who's to say? Who is to say? My geometry and spelling are really bad, and I'm sorry for that. By the way, I just want to say thank you all for being here and chilling in the stream. If you haven't already, make sure to like the stream, right? Especially if you like what you see. I know I'm amazing. But also click that subscribe button. All the help helps. We are an independent, small studio that is growing. So yeah, all the support really does help. Share with your family and friends. Share with your church. Share with your dog, your animals. I don't know. I like animals, and they like me. And then it just offsets the CPU, GPU cost over to VRAM, I believe. Yeah, I don't know the details as to how it works. I just know that it's used in a lot of those use cases where you have like heavy, well, obviously like a Quixel Mega Scan. That way you can import things relatively easy without remeshing them. I wouldn't get discouraged, man. Don't get discouraged. Just see it as a redirect. A redirect. I've been there. I've been discouraged. And you know what discouraged got me? It got me waiting to work on my dream game for a lot longer than I really should have. I could have been finished with this game years ago. Granted, I have better technology to work with now, but you know, if you let things discourage you too much, you'll end up losing touch with trying to make that dream game. So you gotta try to find those little battles and win them. Because there's always a workaround, I feel like. There's always a workaround. The only reason I don't use it is because I don't care for blueprints and being dependent on a much larger company. True. Sorry, I use it because I like it. Although I do want to try Godot at some point. I think Godot would be great for like 2D games. It's like an excellent Unity replacer, and it's like community built too. So I feel like it'll develop and curate beautifully, just like Blender did. Just like Blender did. I'm reading the update for Stardew Valley. My fiance is going to be excited to hear this. I'm going to share this with her, guys. I apologize. Much better than C++ and Godot. I thought it was like called Godot code or something. And it was like very similar to Python. I see Godot as a blender of engines. It's the only one that promises you absolute freedom. Yeah. And that's like the biggest thing for people. Right? First, we want to... shoot. What would this even be called? I always forget what it's going to be, because we're going to have to get the U material. There's a couple of things we're going to have to get in here, but you know, I'm just thinking about, like, could I replace this somewhere else? Could I get this? Maybe I turn this into a function and then return. I could make a class and then return the class and then have access to all the stuff in there, but that just feels like it's way too much just to do this. Might be something I just do in damage health. Are you on Discord, Kotagi? I'd love to continue this conversation with you guys there someday. Yeah, he's in there. Kotagi's everywhere and nowhere at once, man. He's a ninja. Or she, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man. Getting kind of tired. Was it U material instance? I think it's a U material instance. But yeah, we're gonna have to do a U material instance. And I believe this is gonna have to be a pointer to player mats, and then we'll equal this to what? U health component get parent something. We got to get the parent some way. Although this doesn't really worry about getting the parent of anything, I believe. How do you get your parent? Get parent. Get attached parent. No, that's not it. We want the A main character. I don't think this will work. I mean, I could say get world.get first player controller.get actor. Get owning, get, you say get owner, I believe that returns the actor. Right, but that's for that, and that doesn't work. Yeah, bruh. He's like, he's like, how could you say that? How do you not know my? It's the internet, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. You never know, man. Okay. My component, or, you know, this dot get attached or get parent. So, I think I'm gonna have to get. Nah, he's like, what you mean, she, Kotaki? You're up for blood. Those some fighting words. Some fighting words. All right, guys, I got, disappear. Not come back for a couple of days. Hide in my room, looking out the blinds. Like paranoid Rob Lowe. This might be difficult. This might be difficult. Bob. Sorry. If I put it on the health component, then I could call this on literally anything and we get anything. So it's best to put it on the health component. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get New scene. What would I pass this in here or something? And do this? And then get rid of this? I mean, that does work. This is ridiculous. Void, you are very kind to answer my questions. Thanks. Aw, I like that function. I like that function. Oh man, I'm feeling so drained right now. I'm gonna be getting off in the next couple of minutes because I do need to clean up around the house. But I'll probably work on this. I will work on this off stream. Then I gotta get back to the game design document. But we do need to figure out how to get the parent. How do you get the freaking parent, dude? There's no way this dot get owner. Get mesh. Mesh. Get. You can say get owner like this. No off stream, come back and stream after the cleaning, please. I would, but I have to pick up my kid at 2 o'clock. And then after that, I gotta pick up my fiancée. And then after that, I gotta come home and I gotta try to cook some dinner. And then after that, I gotta dance around a little bit because my kid's like, play with me. And then I gotta do that. And then I'll be tired out by then. So I'll probably work on the game a little bit. And then I'll be, yeah. That's what my time sounds like. It's funner than it seems. I'm just over dramatizing it for, I hope, some comedic effect. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm somewhat busy. I don't always clean though, so I mean I try to, but it always feels like the house is a mess. Can I say get owner this dot get owner dot cast? Get child or get component by class, and then we could do the use skeletal mesh, right? Dot and then get materials, right? I have skeletal material. Really? That's the thing? This is skeletal materials. Skeletal materials. There's no way. That's what it's called, the skeletal materials. That's what's confusing about this sometimes, is there's so many different types of components. There's a use skeletal material instead of just the use skeleton having, you know, U material instances on them that you can get access to. Shmee. Bum 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 bum. I mean, this is typically what it would be, but this is saying use skeletal. Skeletal materials. Are you kidding me? Skeletal materials. There's no skeletal material. Skeletal material. There's no use scarret, but it says here it returns. Jesus. Jesus. U material instances. Would I even use? What is the data type for material instances on a skeletal mesh? UE5. Material data types. I feel bad. Kotagi hasn't said anything for a while now. I didn't mean it, Kotagi. You definitely had like pure alpha male vibes, dude. I like how it's like giving me the BP variation. I don't care about BP. I don't care about BP. And it put me in the 5.0 documentation. 5.3. New material instance. Material instances. Nah, I'm chill. Alright, that's good to hear. I was just making sure. Oh, holy moly. I mean, it's right there. Get materials, right? Oh, that's why I'm saying F skeletal material. Right. Right now, and then 4. Maybe we do a 4 each on here. Trying to figure out how to rewrite these. 4 each, da 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 and da da da, but we're gonna have to. I know the syntax for C#. Type variable name. For each F skeletal material mat in player mats. Do the thing. Right? That isn't it. I guess that's passing that for each skeletal material. Freaking robots, man. Yo, it's Steven. Hey, Steve, how's it going, my friend? Coward Kotagi says, just working on the setting menus right now. Okay. The array is F skeletal material, which is probably some struct. You can try using writer's search functions to look it up or see what the unlock doc says. Yeah. It turns out I was using used skeletal material, but I'm sure we can get the material from the skeletal material. I'm assuming, but I don't know. All I know is that it's just the for each for C++ always throws me off. Beam, 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 beam. Maybe if I try auto, won't work. Type F skeletal mesh is incomplete. So I did do this right. It's just being weird. Was this only for like pointers and stuff? If it's like... so you're saying I gotta use this? Needs the header. Yeah, I need the header for it? Is there any way to add the header via this? I'll have to go look it up. Alright. F skeletal material header. Engine F skeletal material. Yeah, when you have the type is incomplete error, sometimes fight clicking or right clicking will give you an option to include the header. Like if I go to refactor or generate, type F skeletal material is incomplete. Include definition of, yeah, I don't. Oh, right up there, right? It's funny because I added it. Is that what it's skin asset common? I don't know. That's got to be it. And component utilities. It's just gonna give me maybe use. That works. So what do I gotta say? If this, if I'm sorry guys, this is gonna be a long time because I'm still learning the C++. Player mats equals this get owner, get materials. We plug that into player mats. I guess I'll just do a for int I equals 0 if, or you know, essentially player I is less than player mats dot, was it num or size? Num I plus plus. And that feels like it'll be a lot easier, even though I think for each would be fine here, because I'd have to do it for each individual thing anyways. But it's like, I guess, what? Now it's like, how do we access said? I mean, obviously we put I here, and we can go dot What is material interface? B computer tangent, material slot name. Get full name. Let's do the get F name and we'll just print. We're gonna UE log these things to see if I'm even getting them. And what is that? S. No. S. Then that. And then we'll put all of this in here, and we'll go to string, and then we'll make sure to, point to that. And that should be working fine. Oh, by the way, Steve, we did get the enemy to do things. He attacks now, and he hits. And I did something bad. I did a bad Raleigh thing. Actor, static. Can't find the component class. So what? It's having a problem with this. Get component by class. We want the skeletal mesh though, right? I can't even. Or else I would use, get mesh. Get mesh isn't even here. Get mesh. No. Get mesh. This is frustrating. Yep. Cancel. Actor H. I still have to fix that, but I can't figure out what EU movement state. Okay. Regardless, static assert failed. Yeah, EU movement state failed. T template parameter find must be derived from the uActor component. So derived from the uActor component. Interesting. Yeah, man, procedural generation can be a pain This has got to derive from an actor class, and we're not. We're in a component. So we can't say that. We have to literally say get parent attached parent. Can I say get owner? No, we can't say that. Can I say get owner though? I'm assuming like if we were to just go uActor component my actor uActor component right. I can't believe I said my actor component. My actor. Actually, before we go into any of this, we are going to just do this and say get owner or my actor. We're gonna have to rewrite that all over again. I don't really care, to be honest. I'll rewrite it. Right now, all I do is procedural textures. Those are fun. Man, I keep asking questions. I wish you could help. No, you're fine, dude. Hopefully, me figuring it out will help you guys. Yeah, so we do get the player, right? So we do get the owner. We are getting the owner right now. So let's just, I guess, throw this in a... We're gonna throw this into a nested loop because we're super smart. We want to first make sure we have the actor. Then we can say, I don't know, what? T array, U skeletal material, or F skeletal material. And then scale mesh. I don't care. My actor dot get mesh. Can I get mesh? Why can't I get the mesh from, or the skeletal mesh from the actor? What can I get it from? Yeah, I can get it from that. I can get it from what? The controller? Main character inherits from... the character class. If I could just find this H. A character. Maybe what I do is I get the character owner, but I want to make this so whatever we call, like, because the health component is going to be on the enemies as well. That way I don't have to write something separate for the enemies. So it's like, I need to make it as broad as possible. So I can't just upright say a main character. But I believe that since both of them, or all of them, are going to inherit from the A character class, I can use that instead. My user widgets. Get B is attacked, notifier. We don't need that. Skeleton mesh is going to be... Let's try something else here. I'm gonna post this here, comment it out, and then go a character. My char equals get owner. Dot get character. There's got to be a way to get access to this. From actor. EMG callback. Okay. That's easy enough. Let's try that. And see, it's a lot of just looking up stuff too. So if this works, you know, then we should be good. Did I really get rid of the... I did. Whatever, I guess I didn't care about rewriting it, so I can't care now. mychar.get fname.toString, and then it's like, oh, you can't do that unless you reference it. Can't do that. Let's compile. We need some more art in the background, guys. Send me some fan art of Judah. Alright, so I can put him in the back. Player. Okay, so that works. Sweet. Sweet. So now that we're getting access to the owner. By the way, guys, if you ever want to know, you just have to cast to a character and then get the owner. And now this way, we are going to be able to get not only Judah, but we can also get the enemy when we place this on him, and Judah does damage to the enemy. Right? So, with that being said, let's jump on in and start trying to get stuff. Or what is this? Use skeletal mesh. Char, or skeletal mesh is equal to mychar.getMesh. Doesn't this return a skeletal mesh? Yeah, use skeletal mesh. Use skeletal mesh component. And then skeletal mesh dot get materials. Material interface. Oh, look at that, guys. It's interface. Actually, we got to make this a T array, and then new material interface. No. Interface, and then we will call this mats. I don't know. Did I return that? Yeah, interface, material interface. That's what it looks like it's returning, right? Do I need to make these pointers? I do need to make them pointers. Sweet. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. See, pointer. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and try to say for, material interfaces, mini mats. Don't question my naming convention, okay? Okay? Don't question it. Just accept it. Just accept it, guys. And check it out. It still doesn't want to work. It's like, no. Minimats is never used. Is that what its thing is? Minimats. Okay, never mind. Get fname dot toString. We're gonna throw this into another UE log, which is sad because I've written this 1,000 times already. But it's all right because some things you don't always need to relearn, like how to make absolutely sure that you're not going to do the same thing over and over again, which I do a lot because I'm a blockhead. By the way, guys, if you like the stream, make sure to like the stream and click the sub button for me. We're a small independent studio, growing day by day, and all the support helps. We're making a fun mobile game for free, so hey, check it out. Now we have all the mats of Judah, right? I'll just show that. I'll have to pull this up for you guys. Boom. Wait, how do I get the output log here? See? We're getting all the things. Sadly, we're getting it every time, which I don't know is the best thing to do. What I could do is get this information at the beginning, right? Like right when everything starts, I can get this information And that way we can access it every time we get attacked and change it. And I think it'll be easier to do it like that because one, we won't be getting that information every time, and that's primarily the reason. Sorry, I was trying to make it more complicated than it really is. Void, get owner materials. Can I just put the curly, thank you. I swear I typed that 1,000 times. We're gonna make this protected or private at least. This doesn't need to be. Let's generate definitions. We're gonna go into the definitions and we're going to. Did I just? Yes, undo the modifications. Definitions. I almost made a boo-boo. So for each one, we're going to have a T array material. And instead of getting all this, we're just going to get a T material. And then for each one, we're going to place it into our interface. Yeah. So we're going to have to make a T array. What is this? Material interface. My characters or character mats. Right. Thank God for all the dynamic stuff going on here in Unreal. And then from here, we can iterate through each one, right? And say character mats dot add, or what? Should I just append? I don't think we need to append. We can just add, right? Mini mats. Is that possible? Oh, you know what it is? Boom. This isn't a reference. Oh yeah, and we're gonna want to make sure to make this a U property so that they never get destroyed. But we're gonna add the mini mats, and then we're going to make a function that does things when we apply damage. So when we apply damage, we can get rid of this because we're already doing this at the beginning. We're not. So actually, why is that? Feels weird to have that there. So first we want to set the current health to the total health, and then after we've done that, we're going to want to get owner materials. After we get owner materials, that's pretty much it. But we do need to make a function that's going to be able to change these materials to whatever color we want, or the tint at least. So let's go ahead and I don't think I need to make this public. We can make this private as well. Void change tint. I don't know. I'm going to change the materials tint and create a definition, generate definition. And in here, before we do all of this, we're going to go ahead and make one of these, right? Mini mats, and then we're going to do character mats. And then in here, we're going to have character mats. We're actually going to do the thing that I just complained that I do for the 1,000th time and go ahead and rewrite this log so I can see if I got all the mats, because I love torturing myself. It's a Favorite pastime, if you didn't know. And we want to go mini mats dot get fname dot toString, and then we want to make sure that we're referencing it for the semicolon. That's not it though, because I have to change materials on damage. So let's go ahead and change materials tint, and now we can compile and test. Shotgun. All right, so it has them, right? That's good to know. So we have the things, guys. So I'm gonna comment this out so I don't have to do it again. We want to, just to test this, get material dot color, or can we change color? Be allow negative immersive, get material. What can we do with the material? This is going to return what, a material instance? No, a U material. It returns a U material, and a U material we can what? Modify, make dirty, append, begin destroy, be a sky. It's the sky. Yep, Judah's skin is now the sky. Doesn't that sound like an interesting mechanic? Set map, set string, get flags, get class. Can I set color? You can't. Set flags. Set emissive boost, diffuse boost. Set material. What about material? Is there anything with the material? Get material, but what, can I just call get material infinitely on get material? Get material, get material. That doesn't sound fun. Jesus, what do I do from here? Get material, that's what I did. Base color. Let's see if there's base color. MP base color. There's no way. PPI base color. Change. Set vector parameter, huh? Get material dot set. This materials, right? Why would you need it? Yeah, you wouldn't need any of that. Set vector parameter value to editor only. It looks like this is something that's only done in an editor, so I don't know if this is specifically the right thing we want to call. But this gives us a parameter name to change. I don't think this Then for your code, one way might be to create a material parameter like flashing and set it to 1 to turn it on. Then for your code, you just need to call the set material parameter function. Could also maybe do something with timeline or something, but I've never done it before. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a delay or a timeline of some sorts, a timer or a delay, one of the two. But base color tint, like I would want to turn this essentially red, right? And it would do the whole thing. It would go back and forth. And honestly, with the red tint, he kind of looks pretty cool. But, you know, we would set this to like 0.5 maybe. I was thinking about, yeah, we have a state like that. It's like a Super Judas state, but it's going to be a little different than Super Mario or Super Sonic or Super Saiyan. But yeah, we can essentially change that to whatever we need it to be. And if we have it 0, you know, it's just regular. So 0.75 would be like the baseline color. But the flashing logic in the material itself, when the flashing is on lerp between the flash color and the tint color for the final tint color, you can do that in the material. I just see, the thing is the material's made from I mean, I could do that, materials, but we'd have to go to the master. What is this? Opaque. You know, there's a lot that goes into this thing. Displacement. He's taken off displacement. That's interesting. I think it's because they don't do displacement anymore, isn't it? Yeah, they don't do that. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at that, though. So we have a base color, but we can change this color, which is what we've done. We have the base color tint. So what, you're telling me you can write functions in these? Yeah, I know, it's a lot. Yeah, we want to delete that. That's why it's going to be a little bit difficult, because I'm accessing, one, a material that I don't know much about, but two, a material that's pretty complex, it looks like. Is that what Chase really looks like? Freaking Chase right here, man. This guy, Chase Lee. Chase Lee just really likes this character. But yeah, the health is working. We just gotta get the knockback down. We gotta get the change of the tint of the character. Do a couple of other things, but yeah, we're technically there. It's 1:32, guys. I think I'm gonna take a 30-minute break before I gotta run and get my kids, so I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna work on this off stream and hopefully get it situated. But other than that, thank you all for being here. God bless you, and until next time, Jesus loves you. And click the subscribe button. Love y'all. Bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, most likely, actually, now that I think about it, it depends on a meeting. So throughout this week, I might attend a meeting. I didn't go to one today because it got modified, and I was told that essentially we'll fit it in some other time this week. So it depends on that. But yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Stay tuned on Discord, all right? Peace.